Okay, I think we are live. Let me just check. Okay, we're live. Good. Okay, guys, welcome back. So today, we're going to look at something different. These are obviously not Dutch Steel Yachts, Nordhavn, American company built in, I think, China or Taiwan. We can check that. But pretty interesting history. They've been around since at least the 90s, maybe earlier. And they do a real range of yachts, from small, sort of around 40 foot, all the way up. They have some pretty big models. And the thing I like about them, they're very well thought out, well designed. You can do some pretty big distances. Even their smaller yachts have gone around the globe. Like I said, well thought out for long-term cruising, and a lot of different features which we'll see. So diving in, and sorry, I've also Jeff is his name, the broker. I can't remember his last name, but Jeff, a pretty approachable guy. I've emailed him on a couple of occasions years ago. Very friendly, very helpful. And I think, this is the other thing about it. They don't just sell the boat, they actually kind of sell a package. There's a community, they do events, training events, everything from working on your engine to planning cruises, meetups, different things. So there's a real community feeling that they've created around the boat, which, from a marketing perspective is great. And then, if you're an owner, you get a community. So what I want to look at is my favorite, which unfortunately they don't make anymore. They've replaced it. And I seem to be having a few issues with my mouse today, so forgive me. And we'll scroll. We'll find the N62. Here we go. Here's one. N62. So this is from 1997, 840,000. And this, to me, this is what actually got me into ocean-going motor yachts in the first place, because I really love this design. Even though they don't make it anymore, this is still, I think, my favorite boat. And so what you've got here, a 62 foot. Again, you've got 3 levels. Steerage above. You've got your sort of saloon living area below, and then below that, forward, you've got some living space, and then obviously engine room, everything underneath there. I tell you what, sorry, apologies. I'm just going to pause for a couple of minutes. We're going to replace my mouse. It's just not working, so apologies. I'll be back. Okay, if I can work out where the pause button is. So just hold. I'm going to stream, turn off my camera, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, we're back, so apologies about that. Right, so, and I think what I like about this boat too is the lines. It's got sort of a classic look, flowing lines, rounded like a ship hull should be. Now you get a lot of boats today which are very angular, so this still has the flowing lines on it. A lot of space, a lot of distance. So let's go through it. Rear deck, fishing, outdoor sink, you know, very, very workable for entertaining. You know, it's a useful, like I said, fishing. Side doors, a step up to your forward deck, where you've got dinghies, you've got your life jackets, life rafts, etc. And again, another view, boarding ladder, which is nice. Another one, barbecue out the back. As we move forward, unfinished teak, pretty handy. Looks like a stainless steel. Rubbing strake. What we got? So pretty protectors. You've got overhead protection as you walk under. Forward mast. Looks like there's a crow's nest. You can climb up there. Bulbous keel forward. Okay, anchor, and it looks like you've got room there for two. You got two runners there. Rear on the left, so you can walk down the left and the right hand side. There's the mast. It's a rear mast, and again from here, I'm not sure we'll see it here. You can actually put stabilizers out, so you run out basically two plates which you drag through the water, which keeps the boat stable. Guessing this is outdoor controls. Good use. This is your sink preparation area. In the back deck, boat hooks. Okay, your starboard way, and then you go inside. So this one looks a bit old and tired. It's maybe not so impressive. Not such a huge area, but again, these things can be laid out as you want. You can see the handrails. So this is some of the attention of detail that you get on these boats. So when you're at sea, you always need things to grab onto, especially if you're in a moving sea. So, you know, boats which are built for maybe more comfort don't have this sort of attention to detail. Grab rail here on the bench. So just small details like that. You've got a U-shaped lounge. That's nice. Split table. Maybe you can put something in between to have a bigger table. Pretty comfy there. And yeah, these kitchens. And again, this is not a, can we say, symmetrical kitchen? So they've kind of got it angled out in there. And I guess what that does, you don't need a lot of space behind here. So one person can work pretty effectively, and they've got, you know, bench space all around them. You squeeze in a couple of chairs, and then plenty of cupboard storage space, overhead storage space. So if you're entertaining, you can keep in communication with your guests. Although compared to some of the other boats we've seen, this is more of an expedition boat. It's not, to say, big, spacious and open as some of the larger, maybe more luxurious boats. So good for a couple or family. Kitchen, plenty of fridge space, fridge and freezer, microwave, stoves, storage, dishwasher, oven. So look, plenty. Oh, and that's it. That's all they're going to show us. Okay, that's disappointing. We'll see if we find another one because there's a few around, but let's have a look. Gallons. So 2,338 gallons, and then a fuel bladder. Convert gallons to litres. It's about 4.5. So let's do 2,338. Wow, so it's 10,000 litres of fuel. So you're going, I don't know, maybe even up to 10,000 nautical miles potentially. But definitely looks like a cross. Here we go. You got a lot of fuel on there. 2,500 litres of water, 325 horsepower, diesel, and it's just done 20,000 nautical miles of Pacific Ocean. Yeah, there we go. So listen, we might get into the details. We'll find another one because there's a couple of them. These are always sent to me on the market. This is what they replaced it with, the N62 with the N63, which I don't know why that's not opening. There we go. You can see It's a very similar design in terms of the basic layout. So you've got the saloon, kitchen area, steerage, foredeck. So basically the layout is basically the same. So obviously you can see the lines have changed. So they've gone for sort of a slightly more modern look. I don't like the look. I'm sure it's a great boat nonetheless. And look and feel is very important for these boats. What else? Come on, let's go. N62, N46. The N46, interesting boat too. M43, we'll take a look at one of those as well. Non-Nordhavn, is that it? Okay. I think we'll do a bit of a search. 62. There we go. Denison Yacht Sales. Okay, they're a pretty well-known broker as well for Nordhavns. Internet's slow today. It's very slow. Okay, so 875 St. John's from 1999. Okay, so this is like 20-year-old, and the pictures are actually very. Can I zoom in a little bit? Okay, there we go. Bye bye, Amanda. So just looking at this looks to be in better condition. Maybe it hasn't been at sea. Maybe it hasn't done 20,000 nautical miles. So assuming these are not pics from when it's built, some brokers do that. They put original pictures in. Pretty glossy, nice woodwork. Same layout, U-shaped bench. Full table or split it, 2 seats, TV. Okay, now we're in the pilot house upstairs. So this will be your lounge behind the steering place. And I like what they do with the tables here. It looks like you can slide it in and out, so it just gives a bit more flexibility. Kitchen, a lot nicer kitchen, a lot more modern. I like that black look. This will be below decks going, maybe, it's hard to tell. Could be going back, I'm not sure. That's the engine room. Cabins, which we see. So, not huge, but spacious enough. And generally you're sleeping, getting changed here. So it's okay, but pretty sizable beds. Again, drawers, which I like. Okay, TV, cupboards, hanging space, great. Bunks, other bunks. I think that was a double bed below, single above. And that's could be another cabin, bathroom. So, reasonable size, washer dryer. And here we go, this is the helm. 2 chairs, pretty nice chairs, Ray Marine electronics, radar. Again, looking a little bit dated now, so a lot of this is probably from 99. Not necessarily a problem. I've had radars, 30, 40-year-old radars, and worked really well. So you get a bit more features on the modern ones, but your basic navigation never changes. Okay, interesting looking wheel. If you like that, big hand grips, throttle. So maybe not looking the sexiest, but you got a lot of equipment there, everything you need. Okay, pilot table there on the right, nice. And again, I mean, just looking at this, you can tell this has been used for its purpose because you've got a lot of stuff up here. It looks like a helm of a boat that's been used. Okay, we go to the engine room. This is rain. They generally use a lugger engine, which, from what I understand, have a good reputation. A pretty low ceiling height there. I mean, if that's 4 foot, I think you'd be lucky. Generator. But you get access all around. And again, you've got the railing, the protective railing, which is good to hold on to and keep you out of the engine if you need to. So your plumbing, I guess it's your pressure and your filters. I'm not sure if that's your fuel system. Could be your fuel system. Looks like it could be a polishing system. A little bit of a work area. Genset. And your forward deck. We'll check. A lot of these have, even though they're only single engine, a lot of them will have a what would you call it, an emergency engine, which sits, you know, slightly to one side and a separate propeller, which, you know, will get you home if you break down. Not as powerful, but it'll keep you moving forward. So that's always good. So, you know, the advantage of a single engine boat is that you know, less fuel usage. Disadvantages are that, you know, if it breaks, you know, you can be a bit screwed. So that's where having the wing engine, that's what it's called, wing engine, which will just get you home. Right, what do we got there? So room for 2 dinghies with nice big arm there to get your boats on and off. Looking back, you got the Portuguese Bridge with your gate there to get you out. And again, look, for me, I really love this bow. The way it just sweeps up, you know, it's just such a nice line, at least to me. Beautiful boat. And then it looks, to me, very shippy. You got a lot of windows here, you know, protected. And again, from where your boat's going to move, you pretty much here, this is going to be the most stable part of the boat. So this section here should keep you, you know, even in rough conditions, not moving around so much. Again, so what have we got? We've got a lugger, engine, 7 knots, 6-foot draft. This is American, so it's all different things. 2,700 gallons, so that's interesting. The other one had, what was it? How many gallons? I can't remember now. More than that. So 2,700 gallons. And it often holding, that could be the day tank. Often they've got day tanks, so you can polish some fuel into the day tank, make sure it's clean and keep it going. 1,600 gallons of fresh water, that's nice. 4 heads, it's a lot of toilets for a boat this side. And the owners want a larger vessel, it looks like. 4 stateroom layout. So that's quite a lot, actually. 4 staterooms, you get 8 people on board. Yeah, what do we got? Furuno radar, 64 miles, 2 autopilots, 2 chart plotters. Okay, so this one's got redundancy built in, which is nice. Long trip, your autopilots get a lot of work, so, you know, they do wear out. Dual radios, sat phone, your logs, satellite TV, EPIRB, AIS. Yeah, all pretty standard. But I do like the redundancy. Here we go, mechanicals. This is important. So main engine is water keel cooler. Okay, keel cooled. So you're going to have a closed cooling system, which is nice. You know, you don't have water running through your engine, especially seawater. So you got a 4-blade, 41-inch Hongshen propeller. Okay, wing engine, here we go. Wing engine with 3-blade max prop twin disc transmission, ZF transmission wing. So your lugger, bow thruster, water maker, it's good. Central vacuum, that's good. The vacuum cleaner, keep it clean. Electric water heater, 30 gallons. So that's 150 litres, that's very big. Active fin, stabilization. So that's interesting. So on these, like I said, you can run your stabilization plates, run them off your arms. Your, what do you call it? I call them arms. I'm just seeing if this one actually has it. So on the back, some of these have, so like what you see on a trawler, arms you can put out to, I can't really see them, so it would maybe run from here outwards. So, you know, they don't have them, they've got the active stabilizers. You don't need them. Yeah, they can break too. There's a nice video on internet you can see where they actually do the first Atlantic crossing in Nordhavn, and there's a group of 3, 4, 5 boats, And on one of them, they actually do have a problem with the stabilizers. So, you know, they're working all the time, and, you know, they can run out. So these nice boats, I really don't feel like I did a great review of that. I'm going to blame the information available. But here's some other interesting choices. So, you know, the N62s, 20 years old or whatever, they'll come in for, you know, 600,000 plus, generally less than $1 million. Sometimes you find a bit more than $1 million at this age. But then you've got the N40s. So these are pretty interesting boats. We'll go Captain Ron, 2001, 349,000. These are actually a good choice if you want to do some serious cruising on something that's seaworthy and safe. But, you know, if it's just two of you or just one of you even, this one you can pretty much handle by yourself. It's affordable, but get everything you need. So I don't really want to say it's a budget boat, because, you know, at $500,000 it's not, but it's a serious contender. Okay, back deck, fishing. So yeah, very similar layout. You don't have, I think this might have an asymmetrical, so this side you can go up the outside. You probably don't want to do that at sea. And on the other side, you potentially can walk around. I'm just going to flick through these quickly. Now, unfortunately, we can't see the starboard side. So dinghy on the back. I'm guessing this boom will be your arm. Looks like dry exhaust coming out the top, which is nice. What can we see here? Inside, again, not great photos because you can't reposition. Looks like forward. Now this may be the problem with this boat, is you don't want to be ever asleep in the bow of the boat, because that's the bit that rises and falls the most. But again, it's a 40-foot boat, so there's not much space. Engine room, yeah, again, pretty cramped. What is this stuff? Generator maybe? Is that the main engine or wing engine? It's really hard to tell. Yeah, okay, the equipment's pretty old, but this is fine, you know, as long as it works. And these green layouts give you a pretty good view. Plenty of room here, like, you know, for if you want to modernize. Looks like they've got some camera there, or your fuses. And this, oh, these are terrible photos. Look, I'm sorry guys. Can't believe that they would have these photos on this website. Right. Now that's a nice photo. You know, a bit of wind, bit of chop, and it's just eating it up. Yeah, some swells. You know, I wonder if this is this. I think this one's in Australia, Tasmania. Yeah, so Tasmania's, that's right in the middle of the Southern Ocean, so they get some rough weather there, very rough weather. So this one looks actually in very nice condition. Yeah, some nice upgrade electronics. Again, probably last generation, but nice. Got two engine controls. I'm guessing one's for your main engine, one's for your wing engine. Yeah, very nice. Heater. Okay, that just looks like a something you stick on. Kenwood Commander, sounds like some music system. Honeywell thermostat maybe, hard to tell. Kitchen. So, you know, similar design to the N62. You got your little saloon. The kitchen is obviously a lot smaller. You don't have much space, but you know, you still got a kitchen there on is it a gimbal? It moves around basically, and you don't get a lot of that on motorboats. And they're great because, you know, they just stay upright. The boat moves around it. Microwave oven. So this looks like you're heading downstairs forward. Washing machine, berth forward, bathroom. Another view of the kitchen, and again, it looks like in the tops there you've got storage, so they just lift them up and you can access it from above, which is pretty handy. Oh no, sorry, that's your sinks. A pilot house with pilot berth. It's nice. Yeah, again, you can tell the size is a lot smaller. And this here looks like it could be a remote control, so maybe you can get out these side doors and you know, control or steer from outside maybe. Okay, you've got some nice watertight doors there. So it's all pretty heavy duty equipment they use. Okay, boarding ladder on your duck tail, spotlight. So this is your top back deck with your dinghy. Now they look pretty small contact points, but fine. I guess they're screwed in. This here, I'm guessing is downstairs at the back. Got your barbecue. Yeah, your ducktail. Not sure why you got a pipe there. Maybe to hold on to. And what are we looking at here? Oh, this is your dinghy. So it looks like you got a filter, the fuel tank, running through to your outboard. View from the top deck. There's your dinghy. Above, so mast, radar, exhaust, dinghy, lots of photos of the dinghy. Dinghy with wheels, okay. And yeah, this is your layout. So you got forward cabin. Looks like you got 2 bunks on the port side. Your saloon area with a deck with a little U-lounge and a chair. And again, I'm really surprised by the photos on this website. They're not really great. You don't really see everything. Shower, one single shower. So again, it's functional, but you could get a lot of use out of this boat. If I'm not mistaken, I think these N40s, somebody has taken them completely around the world. So lugger over 30,000 nautical miles. Average fuel burn is 10.2 litres per hour, including generator. So okay, we'll check out the speed. You're going 7 knots. So you're doing about 1.3 litres an hour at 7 knots. Sorry, you're doing 1.3 litres. 1 knot. 1.3 litres will take you 1 nautical mile. Fuel capacity over 3,400 litres will cover more than 2,400 nautical miles. Okay, this is about right. 1.3. That's with no reserve, but you could do it. The Nordhavn 40 earned a reputation during PAE's around the world voyage, which changed the way boaters think to the possibility of economical long-range cruising. So yeah, this is one's been around her boat around the world. Let's just have a look. Forget all this stuff. What I want to see is the machinery, bilge pump, safety, galley, head. Okay, what am I missing here? Okay. So it's got 5,000 hours on that, so it's not too bad. You got a lot of light, you know, maybe around 10 to 15,000 hours. Need to do a rebuild, potentially. But yeah, I mean, for $500,000, great little boat. You wouldn't have any trouble. So, you know, especially around the North Sea, that'd be a nice little boat to have. The other one I wanted to show you was, so this is an N35. This is smaller, obviously smaller. But they've got a couple here which are interesting for their size. So, you know, you can see they kind of go this pilot house look. It's, you know, very different style before, but you know, you can see the design cues are very similar to what we've seen on the N40 and the N62. The raised forward deck, dropping down to a tail, you know, forward cabins, everything. You've still got the mast. You have like this is a 35-foot boat, and you've got a crow's nest on there. So you climb up the mast. It's good. You've got an arm there to get your boats on and off, and you've actually got storage lockers above which is interesting to say the least. How's this work now? Why is this not? There we go. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure why this is not. This inside, so you know, not bad really for 35-foot boat. Your little kitchen forward, so you got your steering and your saloon for your guests to hang out. So this looks like behind the steering, going forward. Okay, so they've got laptop there with probably the navigation software. I guess this is radar with your switches and everything. So pretty compact. You have a lot of space there, but it's okay. Is that the same? I've taken off the shadows. It looks a lot nicer, but yeah, this looks completely different. That radar. Oh, that's strange. This before and this is after. But a Dell laptop, and you've got this radar looking thing, and you've still got a Dell laptop, but this is now a Garmin. So hopefully you get this one, not the other one. Before and after. Okay, the Galley, again, yeah, compact, but you got a lot of preparation space. You've got a 3/4 size fridge, microwave, everything, railing to hold on to, which you don't get these hand railings on a lot of boats. Forward cabin. So maybe this is more for coastal sailing. That's interesting, but what price? 2002, 258. I think for 258, you maybe get something a bit bigger, a bit more capable. N46, 1997. So again, this is a interesting option too, because you get actually quite a reasonable amount of space. Now the design is not so pretty, but again, you see the design cues. You've got the forward deck, little Portuguese bridge, wheelhouse, and then you got your saloon, probably kitchen area at the back, boat. So this is very similar to the N40 design. The layout is anyhow, mast with your boom to get things out, dry exhaust, your radar's nice and high. So this looks like a pretty capable boat. They've also got the wood cap rails, stainless steel rails, which is a nice touch. It's quite a nice view here. Actually, can I make this bigger? There you go. And look at this. This is quite a nice pilot house, actually. I mean, there's no chair, but again, depending what you're using it for, for this size type of boat, you may want to have something in there to steer, because you're not going to be at sea all the time on these boats. But yeah, you got a pilot little sleeping place at the back, seat, a bit of flexible area here. Looks, this folds up maybe for your navigation. Kitchen, so a pretty tight galley, but very well laid out. Small eating area. Seat here. Then you go down, so you're going up to the steering. It also looks like you go forward from the steering on the right there, and then under here. Okay, this doesn't look so nice. This looks like plastic mattresses. Looks very institutional. Looks like these fold up with storage. Yeah, okay, fine for the size of the boat, but there must be more cabins. They're 350,000 pounds. Okay, 920 gallons. So it's in the UK, so it must have a CE mark. Let's just see if we can find. Okay, introduced before the CE ruling. Fine. So there's no CE mark. So we had the N40, and then we got the N43. So this is a slightly, I think, a newer version, and just another 3 feet. So you get an extra meter there. So this will give you, it's amazing on a boat, every extra meter just gives you that much more space. So we make it big. So you got the happy owner there. So pilot house. The pilot house is a bit more forward here. As you see, this, you know, in terms of proportion, is maybe a bit shorter than what you see on the larger boats. You've got a lot of tackle up here. So here, these are the arms you've got for your stabilizers. So what you'll do is there'll be plates which are probably tied on here securely. You drop them over the side in the water. These would angle down, I guess. So you've got some pulley system here. They would come out wide, and then the plates will, you know, be pulled through the water, just below the water, and give you some, stop you rolling so much. 1, 2, 2 radars. I guess this could be satellite TV or internet, something like that. So you actually have a lot of rigging up here, surprisingly, a lot of stuff coming forward. So I don't know why this is all coming forward so much. Yeah, you got place on the dinghy at the back, dry exhaust. It's probably what have we done here? It's probably keel cooled exhaust, maybe. It's a view. So this is a pretty clean, well looked after boat, and I think for a couple you can have be pretty nice. And I want to see down that port side. So here you can walk up around, and hopefully on both sides. Hard to tell here. It could be asymmetrical. It looks maybe only on the starboard side you can walk up. Now this is a good photo job. It's a pretty nice photo. So I think the sensation of space may be pretty hard to get here, but you've got L-shaped lounge. It's a normal lounge. They don't look the most comfortable. It looks like you're sitting pretty upright. If you're planning to spend any time on them, you want something a bit more comfortable. That's some pretty solid portals. Let's see, we see the kitchen. Okay, dining area. That's your saloon. Kitchens. Yeah, again, it looks very modern, clean, well designed. I don't like the white. Looks a bit cheap. It's inexpensive. I mean, it's pretty functional, but it's not as warm and nice as you can get on other boats. So single cabin with this a desk, shower, and then this is your pilot house. And this is pretty nice again. So you've got the seat, you got a place to sleep up here. Pretty solid chair. Is that a cup holder there with lots of movement? Looks pretty comfortable. Pretty nice steering wheel. Often you get them sort of vertically, so this looks like it's more at a 45-degree angle, and you've got the grip to hold on to for doing your tight maneuvers. So I've never actually steered with one of these, but that to me looks pretty functional, and probably from where you're sitting you can handle it quite well. The electronics looks nice. It looks like Simrad. Looks like being some pretty nice upgrades. That looks like your engine control panel with your key dangling from the ceiling. Some pretty looking nice water. This is a nice helm. I like this a lot. You pilot, your steering on the your navigation table on the left. So that's good too. So if you're going single-handed there, you know, you've got all your electronics here. Probably just swivel to the left, and you've got your charts. Always have your charts. Don't rely on your electronics all the time. And they've got a sunroof in the top, so a bit of airflow is always nice. And this is the engine. Pretty tight engine room, but again you've got the cage around it, which is good for grip. Looks like you can access both sides, so it's easy servicing. Pretty professional looking fuel filters there. Your exhaust, I mean, this is a very clean engine room. They've done a really good job there. And then for the age of the boat, the engine looks in very good condition. I wonder, let's see how many hours it's done. That's the other end. I don't know which way we're facing here. Okay, that's the stern. You can see the drive shaft, gearbox there. So this will be the front of the engine. Looks like a lugger. Also, you've got some exhaust systems there. Okay, you've got your rear deck. So again, there's nothing real fancy here. You've got, is that? I'm not sure what that railing is. It looks like it's a canvas cover maybe. So I don't know what's under there. Boat hook, handrails, fine. So this is no barbecue that I can see. Seaborne, yeah, it's canvas rails. So maybe they got some nice wood under there. So again, this is all your rigging above. It probably looks a lot more complicated than it is. You got your cleats, yeah, stabilizers, some lights, forward deck. So again, yeah, nothing special. Looks like you got some lockers there. Your anchor chain well. Looks like you got some water on the front deck. It's pretty nice if you're going to clean your deck. Anchor, okay. Solar panels, again, don't know why you'd have it. If you're running your engines, you're going to charge your batteries, but fine if you're moored to keep everything fresh. So this is a pretty nice boat. I like this one, especially in the how do I get out of here? Especially what's this one? How much that is sold. So I'd be interested to know what that went for. They had a refit in 2015, which is probably why the electronics are so nice. Lugger diesel. What can we see here? Fine, we might skip that. Skip that for now. 1,200 gallons, so at 6,000, 5,000 litres, roughly. So let's say at 1.3, you get 3,000 nautical miles out of that. So, you know, good coastal, short ocean trips. What have we done? Where are we? Okay, all listings again. So there's the N68. So again, a bigger model. N100. So these are pretty large boats. N90, 2012, 6 million. And I just always wonder, like, it's a big boat, don't get me wrong, but 6 million, you know, for a fiberglass boat, I just always think that could be better spent on a steel boat. Depends on your taste, of course. 68, what are we doing here? N63. So let's look at an N63. So here's an N63 for sale. So we had the N62 from 1997, 840. This is an N63 from, so get an extra foot, and this is 2 million. So let's see what 20 years newer and 1 foot longer buys you. So I think what they've done here, compared to the N62, this looks like a shorter foredeck, and you can see the lines are more angular, straight. The stern is, I think they've done quite a good job on there. It looks very nice, especially with the ducktail. This looks a bit boring and blocky, and I don't think the designers have really thought about the aesthetics so much there. It doesn't look so nice, but it does look very functional. And this above looks like it's going to be really quite big. And you got quite a large deck area there. Is that chairs or that's room for another dinghy? I'm not sure. Ladder to the roof, no railing, so that's not really, that's just to access it when you need to. A couple of radars. You've got 2 communication domes. Is that a TV antenna? Who knows? Weather station. Big antennas. And reasonable sized back deck with a nice ducktail there. Plenty of space. So looks pretty blocky. It's very high. Height is not necessarily your friend on a boat. Depends on how they do displacement. A lot of the times today they do weighted displacement as opposed to using the hole in the water to get your just natural buoyancy holding in place. So they generally weight things down. And there's that famous video you may have seen of what were the boats called? They were big boats, but very shallow, very high, and they got the ballast wrong, and when they launched it, the boat basically capsized. And these ones maybe not quite like that, but the height compared to the water, like you look at that, you've got, I don't know, maybe a quarter of the boat under the water. It just does concern me a little bit. Okay, forward you got nice wood, tight photos. I mean, these are not great photos of the boat. Portuguese Bridge. There's a big rib on the front deck, 50 horsepower. You have a lot of fun on that. Okay, they're showing the holiday photos more than the boat, perhaps. This looks like somewhere on the Mediterranean. Okay, some blurry photos of the saloon. White leather, brave choice. I do like this flooring. That's my favorite flooring. Lots of storage. Okay, fine. The kitchen. No. You got hand railings to ceiling. Usually they've got like a vertical pole there to hold on to. Okay, you got a nice flat screen. That's a good position. Another double cabin. Where are we going here? Down to the engine room, maybe. Some control panels, laundry. This looks like it could be forward. It's really hard to tell. I don't know where we are. Pump room with water maker. Plenty additional room for storage. So maybe they put a pump room in the front of the boat. Engine room. Like, this is very clean, right? Very clean. So this is the rear of the engine. Looks almost brand new. This white with this wood. I mean, okay, there's lots of things to discuss. Don't like it too much. Steering wheel's low. I mean, you're sitting pretty high there compared to the height of your controls. I guess you got a pretty good view. Stabilizers, your dinghy, and your Portuguese bridge, or you also have this side passage, but that's open. So what happens when you've got water coming over your front deck? It just runs down the side of your boat? Or have you got a door there? I thought that was the whole point of having a Portuguese bridge. Maybe I'm missing something there. Wing engine. Strange. Okay, I'm going to jump out of this one. I'll have a look at another one. Again, the photos are perhaps not the best. Again, for 2 million, it just doesn't blow my hair back. Not that I've got hair. Right. Look, they're nice boats, but they just don't have that classic look. It just looks a bit functional. Yeah, okay, that's taste. You can decide if you like it or not. Okay, so we've got some nice water shots, mooring shots. Almost looks fake, but I think it's real. Pretty still day. Okay. Somebody got a camera for Christmas. Here we go. Okay, so at least it's a good photo. Interesting wood pattern with the way they've got the grains. So you got overhead storage there, bench. Yeah, little lounge, eating nook. Yeah, TV. So yeah, it's quite well laid out. Kitchen is nice. Ugh. Okay, you got hanging cupboards. You've got drawers. And again, depends if you like this style. The lines are a bit too heavy for me, a little bit too textured, and then you got this dark. I'm not sure that's real wood. It looks like laminate against the lighter wood. And a lot of drawers. A lot of drawers. Forward. I mean, it's nice, don't get me wrong. It's a nice looking helm. Don't like the floor so much. Is that white carpet maybe? Or just a rug. But nice chairs. Yeah, you got big displays, maybe 3. Your controls. Is that a printer? Pretty nice helm. That's your pilot, behind the pilot. Okay, I think this is a cabin up in the top deck. So, okay, so you can sleep, and a toilet as well. Okay, so that's pretty nice up at the top deck to have that. What am I doing? Generator again, look very clean. This looks brand new. Wonder how, we have to look how old. That looks like your wing engine. Yeah, this is important. When they put your wing engine in, you want access to be able to serve it. So there's all your filters, air filters, oil filters, everything there. So it should be relatively easy to service. Compared to some of the other sites, I'm not overly impressed by the layout. Let's have a look what the video does. Looks like it does nothing. Okay. Okay, I don't know what's happening this. So 16 minutes, we're not going to watch that. Right, so look, that's kind of the Nordhavn. Let's have a look at the N52, and then I think we're done. So this is again intermediate size. There's 2017, so it's pretty new. Wing engine, 12 hours, 24 minutes. So basically it's never been used. Main engine, 2 weeks, 3 days, 10 hours. So you need to calculate. It's interesting why they do it that way. They usually just do straight hours. So what I want to do is to see how many. I'm going to do calculator. So we got clear 24 hours in a day times 7 times 2, that's 336, plus 3 times 24, that's 400. Okay, so you get about 420 hours. So it's really nothing. Fuel capacity 6,000 liters. Really surprised. 6,000. Okay, 6,000 not bad. 450 litre holding tank, grey water. And they're always rare opportunities, as you'll see when you look at a lot of websites. So, are we going to get any good detail here, or they're all going to be beauty shots? Beauty shot, beauty shot. So this looks like asymmetrical design again. So on the port side, you got no access, but on the starboard side, you can walk forward. Oh, that's interesting. The photo, you still got the plastic on the leather. So is this a brand new boat? Or the photos are just taken from when it was brand new, probably. And this is strange pattern. You've got these vertical lines with the lines. That's just like too much for me. The kitchen, two appliances there. I'm not sure what they are. Maybe fridge and a washing machine. Fine. It's nice. And that's a pretty nice grill. I wonder if that's gas. Bathroom, pretty functional. Okay, going up to the steering, washer dryer. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice helm. It looks on the left, your seat behind. Okay, we're not going to see it because this website doesn't want to show it. Main engine. Pretty tight. Looks like you're crawling through there. Generator, Yanmar wing engine. Looks like a wing engine. I guess it's a wing engine. Looks pretty small for a boat that size, but I could be wrong. And here, this looks under your rear deck maybe. So you got a hatch above your head there, and a small ladder, but it looks like you're really crawling into there, and that's where you've got all your hoses, hydraulics maybe, and torrid. Okay, you've got your inverter, some more batteries. They look like all batteries. Interesting. So I think that's below your rear deck. Yeah, there's your asymmetrical system. Got some steerage here to bring you in. So your bow thruster and your throttle control. Big front deck. Okay, rear deck with space for your dinghy. Oh, this is nice. Okay, so you've got you can steer from the very top, the flybridge steering, which is nice. Get you outside. That's a nice touch. I didn't notice that one. Yeah, it's an okay boat, but again, I think you have to. I mean, it's up to you guys what you like. I mean, for these, for me, I don't think I would ever spend millions on a fiberglass boat. It just doesn't make sense to me. Steel boats, maintenance is pretty easy. Repairs are pretty easy. You know, if you want to make the boat longer, you can. Like really, just cut, weld, steel. Where fiberglass, the whole is pretty much an integral unit. You can patch it, you can do things to it, repair it, but you hole it, you hit something, it's gone. You're not going to repair it. The structural integrity is gone. But again, what you like, and then also with the steel, to me at least, they feel more solid. And put a teak deck on there. Fiberglass boats, generally you can put teak decks on them, don't get me wrong, but generally it's a raw fiberglass, so it's a bit more. Teak decks outside is a lot more nicer. So that's it. I wanted to do this, but to be honest, I'm not so inspired really by this as I go through it. I really feel like I'm not doing much descriptions here. So you got the N41, 41 foot, N45. So that looks like a fairly new model. We looked at N43. So this one you've got your flybridge steering. So maybe that's something new they're doing. And we'll just see here. So this like is not so high above the water, right? Whereas on some of these other boats, you can see they really start to sit very, very high. You know, this N60, you look at that height. I mean, you basically your feet are at the waterline standing, from what it looks like here. So I mean, it's nice. You just walk in the back and you go all the way forward, maybe without going up or down. But you know, you've got that height there. So I'm guessing it's weighted balance. This is a different one. This is a coastal pilot boat, designed for more coastal work. N63. So they replace the nice looking N62 with this beast. And you get the N68s, and these start to get into this, let's say, the higher end, luxurious, a lot more space, higher purchase price, etc. And then they really, you know, Nordhavn really pushed in the last few years into larger size boats. So here we go. I got a 148 foot boat now, 50 meter. I'm interested to know how much they're going for. So anyhow, that's Nordhavn. Like I said, interesting choice. They're good boats. I mean, for me, the smaller models today are better. The N62 in the past, I think, is an interesting boat. If you can get a second-hand one for, you know, less than $1 million in good condition, that's a very interesting choice. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm losing my inspiration, and a bit disappointed by the photos on the website as well. Maybe we just stick to Dutch boats in the future. We'll see. So, okay, thanks very much, guys. Appreciate you listening. Bye.